So I don't normally come to you twice in a week, but I was inspired this morning. I had this inspiration during my meditation this morning. So I'm often, and here's what it is. So I often am talking about beliefs and how, we made them from a young age. We decided things about our life, about people, about how to experience and perceive this world. And the thoughts that came to me this morning was those are the values that we were taught in terms of, the people in our lives that showed us what was, some of it is society, some of it is our parents, some of it is elders in our community, in our church that showed us what was valuable. And I'll give you a couple examples from my life. On one side of my family, what was shown as valuable was this idea of success, making money, body image, or image in general, which can fall under like integrity, but also is just literally like fat, thin, nice clothes, not nice clothes, and value judgments based on those things. And then the other side of my family was about giving back to the community, was about involvement in the church, was about treating people kindly as value, right? And so what I want to say today, here's what I would love for you to do, an exercise for you to do. Write down what was valued in your home or as a child that you learned for the purpose of not, obviously, I mean, there's some really great things. You can write those as well. But in terms of the work that I do, it's kind of looking at the stuff that's not so great, right? And so if you're struggling right now, I would, or even if you're not, like if you just want to grow spiritually or consciously or just feel better more often, one of the things I would do is write down what was valued or what was shown was of value when you were young. And what are you butting up against now that maybe doesn't fit into your value system now? And or, things like perfectionism, that is valued. Education, also a value that a lot of families talk about and or model that sort of behavior. And the reason that I bring it up is because it is these values that we are constantly striving to achieve. And sometimes they are not in alignment with who we truly are. Like our deepest essence of being has nothing to do with being fat or thin, has nothing to do with being rich or poor, has nothing to do with having success or not, or the kind of success or whatever that looks like, has nothing to do with being perfect. FYI, you are all already are perfect, but it doesn't look like the perfect that we think of in terms of perfectionism. Like you are the best version of yourself right now that's ever existed. That's perfection. Is it ever evolving? I hope so. That's your choice. And that's what we're talking about here is how do we continue to evolve and get past some of these things? I have client meetings and they're telling me, the words matter. Like, what are the words that you use to describe yourself or your experience? Those are value judgments that were placed on you from a young age that may not be serving you anymore and may be the root of some of the unhappy or ungood feeling things that are going on in your life. So if you're looking to find more joy, which is what I'm always talking about because I think it's super important, and predominantly supposed to be our way of being, and you're not finding it predominantly, this is one way you can look at it. Where am I butting up against a value that was shown to me, ingrained in me, and where can I just let that go? And there's one exercise that's fantastic. If you can find these value judgments that do not serve you, that you are not interested in, pretend like you put them on a piece of paper inside of a balloon, close your eyes, and let that balloon go. Not to ruin the environment, because this is fictitious, but so that you can have that release of that thing. You don't need to be perfect. You already are. You don't need to live up to somebody else's standards. You get to decide what success means. You get to decide what monetary value is to you. You get to decide whether you like the suit, the human body suit that you're in now or not, how it is. And that's it. That's not based on judgment. That's where does that feel most aligned with me inside of me, not based on what somebody else showed me or told me was the case. Anyway, I hope that's super helpful. That's what came to me, and I hope that touched somebody's life. Much love. Peace.